Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. My name is Jehovah. Welcome to War of Rights. It is Saturday and we are hanging out with the UEC. So once again, thank you to everyone in the UEC for allowing me to hang out and film these awesome events. The second battle of the weekend is going to be at the Bloody Lane, and this one is always a doozy. But I'll tell you, if you haven't seen the previous video of Roulette Lane, that was something to behold. I'm real tempted to put that in the Hall of Fame already. I'm going to let you guys start voting on it. There's a new community thing on YouTube, so I'm going to start letting you guys vote for Hall of Fame videos. It shouldn't just be my choice. So here we are at the Bloody Lane. Let's do a little bit of history here. This is the middle part of the battlefield. You can see Mumma Farm there on fire, burned by the Confederates, not the Yankees. You see off in the distance, that's the Dunker Church and the West Woods. This room boy, this is where the Confederate left wing was that morning under Stonewall Jackson. And then off in the distance there, you see the Miller Farm and the famous Miller Cornfield right out there. Beyond that Miller Cornfield, those are the North Woods, so that's where the Union was located as well. And then a little bit over to the right of the North Woods, that is your East Woods, and right behind that, behind all this smoke and fire back in there, that's where the main Union Army was that morning. But this was more of the late morning, not quite afternoon, when D.H. Hill and Longstreet, they were holding the center, and Lee had been pulling men from his right all day. All morning, in fact, and so kind of stretched out this line a little bit, but what a defensive position D.H. Hill found here at Antietam. A sunken lane would end up being called the Bloody Lane. Ultimately, the Union would win this part of the battlefield just because of a flanking maneuver that actually happened in this area, and there's actually a tower that sits right over here in this area now if you go to the battlefield in real life. And so this is a very important part of the battle. Historically, the Union came from the Roulette Lane area and came over this hill and kind of fought like they always did back then before they really started figuring it out, which was, you know, a brigade at a time. And they would come up with a brigade at a time and just get torn to pieces and then retreat, and another brigade would come up, get torn to pieces, and retreat. And it happened a long time. And really the only reason, you know, a lot of people will say that flanking maneuver that was done is really what caused the Confederates the problem. And it did cause a problem, but really what happened was Anderson's men, by the way, 8th Florida and 8th Alabama were part of Anderson's division. They actually entered into the Bloody Lane to add reinforcements, but it caused a lot of confusion, and an about-face order that was given to try to straighten out the lines turned into a overall retreat, and the Confederates fled the Bloody Lane back toward the Piper Farm, and it would have been a complete rout, and Lee's center would have been completely destroyed. But all the credit is given to Longstreet and his staff for manning a single gun and holding off the whole Union Army, which is complete bullshit. D.H. Hill actually ran suicide attacks from the Piper Farm into this field right behind you to try to keep the Yankees off base. And the 52nd New York, who's also fighting in this battle, they ended up in this portion and actually fought in this little cornfield here as well. So this is a historically very important point of the battlefield. If the Confederacy had completely lost the center, Lee would have had to have retreated. That's just it. And Anderson and his men did the best they could, but they were just in the wrong place at the right time, if you want to say that. So who do we have here fighting today? Well, we've got on the Confederate side 8th Florida, 1st Virginia, and 2nd Mississippi. And you see, for the first time in many, many weeks, the Confederates actually outnumber the Union. You might say that even helped them win the previous match, but I wouldn't say that. And then you have on the northern side, you have the 52nd New York, the 2nd Delaware, and this new company, the 1st Western Army. And they're very small, so they kind of detached themselves last time. So we'll see if they do that this time. A little Rambo-ish, which is not usual for the UEC. But those guys are new. So here you go. You got Virginia here, holding the right side. 52nd likes coming down that right side, too. So it's not a bad position to be in. And then here you go. You've got your 8th Florida holding the center. This is defensive map for the Confederates. And where's the Mississippi? Looks like Mississippi's coming up to the corner, and they're going to hold this front corner here. Pretty typical defense layout for the Confederates. Union attacked this position in multiple ways. One of them is to come through this little field here, which in my opinion is the weakest position to be in. And you see the 1st Western Army going that way. And then the right-hand side of the battlefield, and this looks like 2nd Delaware. It is indeed. Where are Frank and the 52nd? I've lost them. We got Confederate spies up here in the middle of the field. Polyhaw and Longstreet checking it out. I have lost. Okay, there they are. 52nd New York. They're going to go all the way to the right-hand side. So Florida is going to... They're going to be in a heap of shit here if the 52nd and the 2nd Delaware can get to this side without being seen. But if they can stay screened by those hills, the Florida is going to be out of position and way outnumbered. So Virginia and Mississippi will have to come back this way to help. But we'll see. Virginia very mobile. Won't take them long. 2nd Mississippi either. But you can see the awesome cover that the Union have here. But it looks like Delaware is going to come straight up into the face. This is very historical. This is kind of the position of the Union Army that morning, and they would come in as, you know, a brigade at a time. But Hogg, he smelled this before. He's getting back over to that right-hand side, because as the Union, he loves to attack from that right-hand side as well.
Company, make ready.
Let's go ahead and get a screenshot.
Ziel, rechte Linie, unterm Punktsymbol.
And Mississippi putting some fire on Toby's guys. So this is a tough position for the Union to be up here. We got artillery coming in. Now, I don't know. I'm sure that came from the Piper Farm, and it did. So we've got Confederate artillery on this map. I really didn't know about that. But finally using these guns in the Piper Farm. And this is going to be your 8th Florida. These guys are deadly. Hoffman, Frisch, McClellan.
McClellan, grab the wheel. Nuss, better shell shot.
Johnson and Nuss. These are new guys over here.
Go on, forward. Let's go.
So I guess the Union does not have a gun on this map unless it's over there on Roulette Lane on that hill. But it doesn't look that way. Seems like any time you could give both armies a gun, you should. All right, well, here you go. 52nd New York swinging all the way around, hitting the Florida. And Florida outnumbered, trying to get in behind the fence. Frank wasting no time.
First platoon. Right oblique, take aim.
You see him firing by platoon.
Fire.
Florida getting some shots off first.
Right oblique.
But those fences doing their job.
Two units against us, like.
Yeah, we haven't got the men to do this. We're gonna have to retreat to the right.
Yeah, and you hear it, Hogg and Polyhaw. They know they're quite outnumbered. And how long will Toby's men be able to hold half of the Union Army, or half the Confederate Army? It looks like the Virginia started coming back this way, but that juicy meat that is the apprentice out here in the field kind of stopped them. But as Toby and the guys go more to the right, that's going to draw more Confederates this way. So we'll see if Hogg and the Florida can survive long enough. Looks like they have moved. Smoke as the cover here.
Yeah, it's just me and you, man.
Oh my God, the 52nd killed everybody.
Let's try and get the flag back.
Oh my God. So 52nd New York killing everybody but Hogg. He's out of line. He's going to be dying.
Flag back if we can.
So you can see the whole mass of the 52nd undisturbed while Hogg and the boys completely chewed up.
That's it. Oh, there it is.
Hogg trying to get the flag back. And Virginia still on this side of the field with the Mississippi. So with the Florida rolled up, the left side is exposed. And the Union close to the point of contention here. You can see the Virginians getting out there. Look like they're going to fight like men. And there's a lot of Yankees over there, man. This is exactly what you want if you're Union. You want to push the Confederates and get their backs turned to the actual point of contention. Because the Confederates have a long run back to this field, and they're way back here. That's where they spawn. So the Union early in this battle getting a great position on the Confederates. Most of the red line bleeding away is just out of decay at this point. Union not really close enough. And you can see we've got some action here. But I'll tell you what, the 2nd Mississippi and 1st Virginia and the 8th Florida, they're very aggressive. Which, you know, is what you need, in my opinion. Aggressive commanders always seem to be successful ones. But the Union here in a great spot. They don't have to push too hard. They just need to knock down some Confederates, get them into breaking, and take this point of contention, and that'll be it.
Yep.
But I doubt the Confederates are going to make it that easy for them. I really love it when the guys make dying sounds when they get shot. It's really funny. Yeah, Mormon's battery. They're out to play for sure. And you hear the charge command. They're getting across the street here. And I don't really know how far the Union can actually go, but look at the aggressive play by Frank. Loving it, man. Captain Frank, the Emperor, coming straight at the 2nd Mississippi, and they don't even see him. And this is a blue wave that will be irresistible. Will the Virginians be able to get over and defend this Mississippi? Oh, look at that ragdoll. That was beautiful. And Frank and the boys trying to get all the way across the lane. Virginia holding their own. And the New Yorkers having to use the cornfield fence as cover. So they swap sides here, fighting directly over the lane. But the Union now, 52nd, with their backs to the Confederate spawn. They're not going to be able to stay here forever. And you see Toby and the boys moving out into the field to get a better angle. And maybe a little bit of heat taken off of Frank and the 52nd. So Virginia in a tough spot with Toby on their flank. And they're spreading out. But the Florida's not done. They're coming back. Look at this. They're back in behind.
They are right in front.
Back in front. They hit the 2nd Delaware in the back, saving the Virginians. Oh my God. Hog with a little comedy there. I like it. All right, 52nd. They came across the road. And it looks like the 1st Virginia finally destroyed for the most part. And now 52nd facing off against the Floridians. But they're closer to the point of contention. You can see that blue line coming this way. Florida not having enough men to fight the 52nd and the 2nd Delaware all alone. And the Union is about to engage a counterattack here. And Mormon's battery, very accurate, but man, this is a long way to shoot. And you're kind of hidden by that hill. So I don't know how effective the Confederate artillery is going to be able to be in this one. But you see the counterattack now engaged. 19 minutes, 54 seconds left in the match. And Hogg and Polyhaw, they're not going to have any choice. They're going to have to press their position here to try to get that point of contention back.
Aim at their belt. Aim at their belt.
Left face, double quick forward.
Left face, double quick.
So Hogg doing a little bit of peekaboo shit himself there, trying to keep his men alive. They only lost one there, so trying to get back to the rocks. He wants to lure them out. But Virginia and Mississippi are going to have to come back in. And knowing them, they're going to come right back to the point of contention. So 19 minutes left to go. Both sides still battle ready. And you see the runners going back and forth between the 52nd and the 2nd Delaware. The Emperor and his apprentice, very good with communication. You can see 2nd Delaware just getting shot to pieces by the Florida. They got to get the hell out of there. Look at that, all the bodies. Look at this poor bastard. All right, your mama, boy. All right, so Florida kind of on an island waiting for the Virginia to show up. 2nd Delaware and 52nd took a chunk out of them as well. Okay, here's your Virginia. They've come all the way back to the other side of the field, and they want to get in behind. Is this Virginia or is this? Yeah, I thought this might be Mississippi.
Es enemigo.
So quite a distance here, but if they're good shooters, they might be able to put some heat on the 52nd from this distance. We'll see. No, a lot of bullets missing their targets on that one. It's hard to shoot that distance. Oh, Lord. And 2nd Mississippi wasting no time, getting right up on that fence. Florida in behind them. Mr. Hoggs here. Welcome back, sir. And the Florida being kind of knocked away here. No leadership on the field for the most part. Bunch of privates and recruits.
Take cover, guys, take cover.
Form up on me, guys.
See Lloyd taking a position of leadership there. Trying to get the guys in line. And 52nd, you know, they're in a tough spot as far as angles are concerned, but they're kind of holding their own. And now they're starting to take the Virginia seriously now, so Virginia must be more accurate at this point. And you see the guys on the fence line. If Mormon's battery can get a lock on the 52nd there, they can really open up that point of the field. Only 16 minutes left in the counterattack. I hear the artillery blast, but I don't see them landing. So they must be coming up short or going high. But again, you're having to shoot over that corn. There's no way those guys can see anything. You'd almost want to have a spotter out there to see where those shells are landing. Okay, so you see the Delaware leaving the area, and it looks like Virginia was shooting at them more than the 52nd. So they're coming this way. I guess Frank wants to get the Virginia off his ass, and so he sent Toby over here to do it. And 2nd Delaware, more than capable. So we'll see what the Virginians do about this. Looks like they're going to fall back across the road here. So the plan worked. 52nd able to get the 1st Virginia off their flank. 2nd Delaware doing it for them. You see the 52nd forming themselves into an L. Taking a lot of shots here. So the Florida and the Mississippi now. Looks like the leadership's back.
Go on the left.
That was an embarrassing screenshot.
On the left, yeah.
Just calm down. If you are pushed, just go. If somebody steps in front of you, yeah,
It happens, man. Company take aim.
Take aim. Aim a little bit above, guys. A little bit above.
I don't even know where they
See
are.
a lot of fence. But Florida knocking down the flagman.
Right face.
You see Toby in the distance coming down the road. Frank wanting to hold that middle. 14 minutes left.
Hold left.
So Florida was pretty good cover over here. But Hogg knows he's got too much in between, and now the Confederates are engaged.
You mean from the left?
Should we cut the...
But Frank has left the area, or leaving the area. They're crossing the road here, and they're charging. Frank really aggressive today. I love this kind of play. can see Walsh leading them in from the front, going straight into the Mississippi. They're tired of those guys. And just Mississippi guys knocking them down. Look at this. 52nd coming over like the stormtroopers they are. Florida in the middle of a move. Didn't see it. Do they see it now? Looks like they do. Hogg's got his men stopped. Maybe they can get some fire. Oh, it looks like Hogg got shot dead.
Down, Richard down. Fire.
And they're in a bad spot here. And the desperation charge. They're caught out in the middle of the field. They're going to have to do something. But there's a lot of 52nd here. Frank getting killed. 8th Florida charging into the 52nd, but look at all the blue bellies. So a desperate push by the Florida. But the counterattack remains. They did at least engage the Union. You hear the rebel yell. So we're tied up as far as that's concerned, but the Confederates only have 13 minutes to push the 52nd off of this point of contention. And Florida could not do it by themselves. Virginia still on the other side of the field. So Virginia being one of the larger regiments being held up by Toby in the 2nd Delaware, the smaller regiment. Oh, now there's a shot. Mormon's battery getting that gun closer and closer to the enemy. So the longer Toby can hold up the 1st Virginia, the easier it's going to be for 52nd to hold that point of contention.
Yeah.
Stay with us. Stay with us.
Okay.
Peloton. Fuego.
You hear them. They want to keep the Mississippi with them. This is the larger portion. And now the blue line is starting to bleed away from with decay here. They're supposed to be out in the middle of the road. Frank's close to it, but not right on it.
Alles sehr hektisch, aber gut Arbeit bei allen.
Sehr schön. Fiber Company, make
ready.
Rechts, right oblique haben wir im Südwesten.
Beziehungsweise wir
I think they're just going to shoot blindly into the field and hope they hit some Confederates.
Gleich aufsetzen.
I guess.
Left face.
All right. All right, so they see the smoke down here. They know Toby's guys are getting hit. So they're going to come down and maybe give them a little support. If they do, it might give Florida the chance to get back to the point of contention. See the 2nd Delaware fighting like men. Ooh. Mormon's battery just a little high that time. Oh, Toby going down.
Weiter mal.
Take A.
Virginia, 2nd Mississippi, really putting a hurting on these Delaware guys.
Fire.
Direkt die Straße.
And Florida on the way back. Frank trying to get his men closer to the point of contention. He's got it back there. You can see that blue line coming all the way back around. Frank taking a peek to see exactly what's going on the left flank. And they see the Florida. That's what they were waiting for. And the Florida's back.
Right oblique.
Take a
Right oblique. Links Verbauung wieder.
fire.
Oh my God, an incredible volley by the 52nd. So all that running to get to this spot just to get shot to pieces.
Any break loads, left base, double quick full march.
Don't kneel.
The flags are picked up.
Florida in a bad spot here. They're undersized compared to the 52nd. And the main portion of the Confederate Army doesn't seem to have any interest in the point of contention at all. They're just having fun shooting up the 2nd Delaware. And if I'm a Union guy, this is the perfect plan. Keep the largest part of the Army away from the point of contention. And that's exactly what they seem to be doing at this point. So let's get some cinematics, shall we?
Bien, pelotón 2, salto aquí.
Good old cinematics. This game is beautiful. Love the spectator cam. Can't be beat. So we've got Florida in the rocks. And looks like maybe this is the Western guys up here Ramboing again. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of talking about that. Because that's like scouts Ramboing, and that's really hard in a line battle.
Right, this force is under your command, Corporal Lester.
But you can see, obviously,
Alright, well,
being
let's,
very
get
effective.
away let's go behind. Yeah, let's go behind this fence
Just take a middle circle.
and behind the bush.
So 52nd having their way with the point of contention. Only 8 minutes left. Frank trying to make this a boring match by dominating the middle of the field here. But I can't blame him. That's what I'd want to do too. Get the middle of that field and hold it and make them take it away from you. As right now, it doesn't look like Virginia has much of a desire to do so. Okay, here they come. All right, Virginia's finally gotten the point here that the main army is actually over here. Oh, and it's because Toby actually came back to this position. So Toby has drawn the Virginians to the point. Can the 52nd cut them to pieces? Looks like we got 2nd Mississippi crossing the road. And here they come, aggressive as hell. Can the Florida get back and add to their numbers in time? 2nd Mississippi coming right in on the charge. And if Virginia comes across to help them, they might have the men to do it. At least on the Delaware, but the 52nd just too large.
Second platoon, fight for all.
So 2nd Mississippi doing it with a bayonet. 2nd Delaware destroyed. But the 52nd again changing into that L-shaped position. Great defensive maneuver. Virginia's still here. But as you can see, they've been shot to pieces. 52nd New York really on their game today. Tenacious fighters. But Florida in behind them.
Is this desertion area?
No, if you go past the fence on our left, it is.
No, no, right.
Yeah, if you keep going.
This is Hogg's Castle. He loves these rocks when he plays Union.
Right face.
Far company, make ready.
Make ready.
Take aim.
And he's got a good spot on the 52nd
On the
here.
fence line, right in front of us.
Look at all those Yankees.
Aim at their chest.
Fire. Reload, boys, reload.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a long way to shoot, man. It is just a long way to shoot. 6 minutes left. See the Confederates trying to get that flag back. Oh no, I couldn't even get over to see his name. That brave soldier trying to get his flag. Shot to death. All right, 1st Virginia trying to come back in. But the Confederates really spread out in this one. It's kind of surprising. I'm really impressed by the by the Union's tenacity here. Just taking the center and daring the Confederates to come take it back. You know, Frank is just no rookie, man. This guy knows this battle. And you hear the huzzah. They're doing it, man. Confederates now taking losses. Now, of course, the the attacker does have more tickets, so this is expected, but Union in a really, really good spot here on the field. And the Virginians looks like they're coming over to support Hogg and the Florida now. This is actually going to work in their advantage if they can team up.
Yeah, we have a bunch of them.
There's a friend on the right. Yeah,
Work as one unit here. They'll have a chance against those 52nd New Yorkers.
Take aim.
But you can see the Delaware, they're back.
Prepare to hold.
See Oswald out front.
Front. Company,
Back ready.
Fire by company.
And they're going to put some heat on the Florida and the Virginia. All right, you can see 8th Florida moving up.
Right face double.
And they're on the move. Hard to hit a moving target. They've got to get over to that point of contention, and they know it. But the 52nd have entered the road. And Hogg wants to do something about it. But they couldn't see him until they got right up on him. You see Lester going after the flag. Get it, Lester. He's going to be a target. Oh, shot in the back. Oh, shit. So Florida really exposed themselves to both the 52nd and the 2nd Delaware. Will Virginia come in to assist? They have. They're coming in behind the tree. They're also putting some heat on those Yankees. 2nd Mississippi here as well. And 8th Florida crossing back over the road here. So the Confederates, with 3 minutes to go, they want to push these Yankees off this point of contention. And they're killing them. But the 52nd, man, there's a lot of them here. Every one of them a good shooter.
Ich habe den Backenball reingeschossen.
And you may be seeing this game for the first time, but I assure you, most of the people on this screen and in this stream have been playing this game for years. You can see the Delaware coming back down, flag laying on the ground. Maybe Mormon's battery had something to say about that. And the Union trying to bunch up here, but here come the 2nd Mississippi and 1st Virginia coming with the bayonet. Are there enough Floridians to help? You see the Confederates, they're doing it. Strong push here. And that was a push by the whole Confederate Army. And it looks like they've done it. They're actually pushed the Union off the point of contention. Boy, that was some heavy lifting right there. It took them a long time to get that done. You can see now the rest of the Confederates coming in, 8th Florida.
Let's go, boys. Let's hold it.
And now the Confederate Army at the point of contention with 1:40 to go. They got to get that blue line back red quick. They need to get back on that point. You see them, guys, moving over. Trying to get on that point of contention. But here come the Yankees. They want to keep it. Mad dash with 1 minute to go. They know if they can get the men down here, they can hold that point of contention. Confederates already taking losses. And 52nd New York trying to flood back in, just not enough. And you hear now the Union taking losses. The guys coming back for their flags. You see them. O'Keefe and Vornbig coming after their flags. The brave men, but only 35 seconds. I don't know if that red line can get back fast enough for the Confederates to win. Hopefully it'll go into overtime at least, maybe, right? I'm always, as long as I've been filming this, I'm always surprised by how this works. So it's either going to end the battle before it gets to that red line, or it'll get there in time, or it'll go to overtime. I don't have any idea. Man, it's going to be close. I think the red line will get back. They're going to do it. One, oh my God. Overtime, yep. So it went to overtime, and they broke the counterattack. So well done, Confederates. A lot of hard work there, but they were able to push the 52nd off, and now the whole Confederate Army in the bloody lane. 29 minutes left to go, both sides taking losses. So Frank thought he was going to make it a boring map, but turns out the Confederates had other plans. And look at the 52nd bodies, man. They held the middle of this field for the best part of this battle. So we'll see what the Union has in store for their second push. They still got plenty of time to make this happen. And we'll get in and hear what the guys are saying.
Ребят, кругом. Через забор.
Через забор.
Кругом на забор.
That's your second Mississippi.
На заборе становись.
Так.
Here's your first Virginia.
Vamos a la bola.
Mis chicos, al flanco derecho de la línea, mis chicos. Pelotón 2 a la izquierda. Mis chicos al flanco derecho de la línea.
Looks like the Florida's taking the right this time.
This would be a good spot.
Probably wise since they're one of the smaller units.
Kneel down.
But it's kind of 3-on-2. So here comes Stricker and the boys. 52nd already to the right here. How disciplined these guys are. Frank trying to take a look at the Confederate position.
Weil es Silence in the Ranks ist.
You hear the guys talking, they're telling them to be quiet.
Ja, Tobi, stell dich auf.
Okay. Fröhlich nach rechts da.
Frank getting out in front of his men here.
Eine Süd, eine Südost.
Alter, was ist eine Süd, eine Südost?
Ja, die sind ein bisschen separiert.
So you see the Union not in a huge hurry. No reason to run out and just get shot to pieces here. With both sides taking losses, they have to be careful. They don't want to get into a final push so early in the match.
Die stehen immer noch im Korn.
See Toby doing the same thing here. These guys are smart dudes.
Nein. Die trägt doch wohl nicht ein Korn.
50 Second gehen, vielleicht warten die auf uns.
So we can see the flags. They can't. They can only see real people. You can see the Virginians down in the road. Daring the Yankees to come back down that hill.
The flag.
I'll be here.
So all's quiet on the battlefield for now. See Florida moving back toward the left. They see the Union Army on the move. All right, here come the 52nd. They're moving. And the Virginia's moving to meet them. This is what Frank did before. This is what got him that middle spot last time. But there's more than one company here to defend it this time. You see Mississippi and Virginia coming this way. And here we go. 52nd running right up. Mississippi coming there to meet them. Virginia across the road, pouring fire into the 52nd. But Mississippi retreating, going back over to the safety of the 1st Virginia. And 52nd New York, deadly shooters. And here come Toby and the rest of the Army. Florida should be coming this way as well. Florida putting fire on Toby's guys as they cross over the field. I'm not really sure if the Florida even knows about the 52nd over there. But Toby and the men already getting down, and Florida's going to have to get over here to assist the 1st Virginia and the 2nd Mississippi, or they're going to get mowed over by this Union. You can see 1st Virginia already being decimated by the 52nd. All right, Florida crossing the road, trying to get on the Union side of the fence here. They want to get an angle on these Yankees.
Company halt.
Halt.
Start that company, make ready.
Make ready. Take aim right in front of us. Aim for their waist.
Fire.
Oh, and you see they laid a lot of them down. Yeah, 52nd knows they are here. That's the 2nd Delaware, actually. They know that the Florida has arrived on the field, and it looks like Virginia, Mississippi trying to get some reinforcements here. So the Confederates desperately trying to hang on to that point of contention, but the Union not wanting to give it back to them so easily. See Florida just standing in the middle of the field like men, knocking Delaware down. Every volley is claiming half their men. You can see the Delaware, they're going to have to get out of there.
Pull back now. We can pull back now.
Back to further into Maryland.
Company, take aim.
See Florida pretty happy with themselves.
Now, at their chest, to the left.
But a lot of smoke, not easy to see the enemy, much less to hit them. And Confederates really putting a hurting on the Union over here this time. Frank and Toby not finding it as easy to push the Confederates off. And you can see they've kind of bunched up here what's left of their men. It's just not a lot of them. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the 1st Virginia or the 2nd Mississippi come over this fence if they can get the manpower to do it. Yeah, they got the men here. And it's not going to be long before they start charging. So I'm running up, getting a shot on the fence, kind of getting back to cover again. And Virginia, look, they're chomping at the bit. They want to charge. I think if they did, 2nd Mississippi would join them.
Venga, pero toma la discreción, chicos.
Saltamos de vuelta.
And some reinforcements getting in from the 52nd. Quite a few. Look at this. So the Confederates not pushing their advantage in time. And 52nd getting quite a few reinforcements here, including a flag. So the Confederates kind of spread out, and that red line's bleeding away from them. So Union trying to get that thing back, and Hogg's going back out into the field. He wants that angle again. You see Florida putting some holes in that Union line, and you can see the Virginia in the background. They're trying to get in behind them, so this could work to the Confederates' advantage if the Virginia gets a little blood in their mouth and wants to get fighty. See the Union coming back with both flags now. And most of the 52nd turning to face the Floridians, although they love that L shape. Both flagmen going down in Florida have done their work. They're getting out of the field there. And Virginia not pressing on this side. I'm kind of surprised. They've been so aggressive today. And Mississippi there. We got the Floridians out in the road.
Jackson's in charge.
We probably will. I got
Hollywood, don't worry.
We can go cornfield. Yeah, we'll go.
Looks like most of the guys got all the leadership's dead, so they got out of there. A lot of Unions still here in this spot. And here are the Virginians. But they've allowed a lot of the 52nd to get back into that spot. Oh, but here come the Mississippi. I knew it. They were just waiting for any excuse to charge across that road. But the Florida can't see them. And now the Confederates are breaking. And even more. Oh, the Mormons battery finally getting a shot in here. Maybe hitting a couple of their own men. Who can say? But it's not like they can see anything from way back there. And 1st Virginia, some parts of 8th Florida, 2nd Mississippi, they've officially pushed them off, and that red line's coming back to the Confederates with 19 minutes to go. But they're going to have some reinforcements if they want to hold it.
Yo, man. Oh, I can't even kill yet. Oh my god, okay.
No.
So the guns of the Floridians.
Why are we getting charged?
I don't know if it's...
Are we getting charged by our teammates?
We need to check the right.
You wanted to be out.
Alright, so did a great job. Regroup. Get your loads and bayonets fixed.
You can see here the relief that their leadership is back. Oh, it's so funny. Well, the Confederates have done it again. They've pushed that Union off. And it's really coming down to
Yeah, you can stay with us if you want.
can the Union get into that spot at the end of the battle. Confederates already breaking. If they can kill a few more of them, they're going to put the Confederates in final stand, and that's not going to be good for them. You can see the little Western Army over here doing what they can. There's only men of 5 still alive through the raging glow, right? And the Confederates flushed with victory so far here today, trying to get into a position to defend. I think how they did it this last time was the right way to go. So we'll see if they continue that. And it looks like they are hogging the Florida, going over to the right. Mississippi and Virginia staying to the left. They compose the larger part of the army if they fight together. But just look at this battlefield, Jesus. Let's get down and get a good old shot of this. Is that our thumbnail for the week? I don't know. Maybe. And Union, man, they've been trying it. They tried it twice. Why do we have a Confederate flag back here? Do we have a spy all the way back here? But Frank and Toby, they're just marching right on out again. I might actually play some Ostrov later. They had a new update out. Hadn't played that game in quite a while. Listen to the men singing in the ranks.
Ich kann Text überhaupt nicht sehen. Du kannst
Over the fence.
Over the fence.
Also bis zum nächsten Play habt ihr die Texte drauf.
Cäsar mit Musik um.
Die Einfacher waren
Why company to lie?
Why company to lie?
Why company to lie?
Shoulder arm.
Wir gehen in den Kampf.
Zeit für später.
Excuse me. So it looks like this time they're coming more to the left.
Singen einstellen.
Charge bayonet. Front rank, V drücken.
Charge bayonet.
And the Confederates letting the point of contention decay. You can see the fire coming in from the Florida and the Mississippi. And now the Union is breaking. You can see how close this battle really is. You can see the Yankees, they've got their bayonets out. They're here to fight.
Hell und Level wäre besser gewesen. So Jungs, Ziel voraus, dann gleich die Einheit Richtung Südwest. Die treffen eh nicht.
Oh, Frank getting shot in the neck.
Captain ausgefallen.
Look how tight formation these guys are.
Ist das alles, was ihr drauf habt?
And this, by the way, is how bayonet charges were really done in the war, folks. Oh my God, look at the volley coming in from the Florida. Can't see through the smoke, but Florida's having a good time knocking down bluebellies. Oh my God, take it like a man indeed. Half the Florida going down in one volley. 52nd New York. getting a little revenge for all of the death they had coming to this place.
Ruhe jetzt bitte, Jungs.
You just hear the guys having so much fun during the event. Oh, another volley. Oh, was that a hog running by, get shot dead? No Florida left, dude. 52nd has wiped them out. 2nd Mississippi still in this corner. But they got their flag. Look at this. 1st Virginia going over there and grabbing that flag.
Why do I keep spawning on your flag?
No, that's Polyhaw. Because it's our flag.
It's both flags here.
See 8th Florida guys getting here. 2nd Mississippi. 52nd. They want that spot. O'Keefe in command. Not a whole lot of Yankees left. Oh, they're doing what they can, but look at this. Virginia has come into the field. The Confederates in control of this battle at this point. If they can get the Union into final push, it's going to be a feather in their cap. Virginia attacking, but there's nothing left to attack. The Yankees are pretty much dead. There's only 2 guys left. Well, 3 guys.
Oh, no. Back.
O'Keefe's like, I don't need to hang around while the whole state of Virginia is chasing me. Oh, they got him. Oh, God. So much fun watching these battles. Yeah, you got nothing better to do on the weekend than watch a stream. Why not buy the game and play it yourself? Be a part of the UEC and see all these wonderful battles. And if you're not European or you don't have a European timeline that fits your schedule, there's plenty of North American companies out there as well. First Texas, Georgia companies, we got them all out there. And just hit me up and I'll try to get you in contact with anybody you want. Anybody that I know. Other than that, just go to the company tool on warofrights.com and pick the regiment that you want to play with. There's a lot of great ones out there.
Ranks on the fence, boys.
And I'm not the only YouTuber. There's all kinds of other YouTubers as well. Check those guys out, of course. And they fight with other companies also, so you get to see from a different perspective. And here's the 52nd coming back one more time. This time they're doing it a little differently on the fence, on the Confederate side of the street. They've got the manpower. Are they going to be able to push through the Virginia? It looks like Toby and his guys are on the other side. These Union guys, they're not giving up easy. Got a lot of fight in them. And it looks like the Confederates leaving the area, trying to get back to the point of contention with only 10 minutes to go. They feel victory is close at hand. And we got Destructor holding the flag there. Last to leave. Not sure exactly what the Confederates are doing. Virginia sweeping around. No, here's 8th Florida with him. That's Hogg, so he's sweeping around this left side.
Yeah. If we get on the left, we can put some casualties on the Union, hopefully get them down.
Well, the flag should go with us. It's our flag. Jesus.
I think they will be on the first fence now.
I see the Yankees. I see the Yankees.
Okay.
Here, Polyhaw a little frustrated that the flag's not going with them.
Company holds right face.
Another turkey shoot.
Company,
Hogg back in his castle.
Take aim.
Take aim.
Hey, 150 yards.
Fire. Reload.
Oh, by the way, boys,
See a lot of those shots missing their targets. Hard to hit them from that distance. 2nd Delaware. They've got the Floridians in their sights, but they are in the rocks. Looks like it's going to be simultaneous volley here. Florida getting the volley off first. Delaware shooting. 52nd under a lot of pressure as well. But the Union's doing it. Look at that blue line coming back this way. They are not shying away from battle here. 52nd New York standing right on the point of contention in the sunken lane. They were in this spot historically during this battle. But not quite this way. Confederates coming in. 2nd Mississippi. One of those D.H. Hill suicide attacks there. And I hear artillery, but I didn't see it. Oh, 2nd Delaware just getting broken down, and the Confederates have been pushed into last stand. Now, for as long as I've been playing this game, I still don't completely understand the rules, but I think what that means is no reinforcements for the Confederates. And here they're coming, charging. Look at this, hogging the 8th Florida, but the Union is victorious. It's over. The Union has done it. That kind of surprised me. I'm going to have to go back and look at that and see exactly what happened. I guess that blue line got all the way back around. Hogg and the guys just couldn't get in there in time. But a great victory for the Union. So it looks like the attackers won both times this weekend. One for the Union, one for the Confederate. I mean, who could be mad about that? Everybody got to win. So I hope you enjoyed it. I won just by watching. If you did, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. Until next time, my name's Jehovah, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye.